Welcome to Outside the Box. I'm Ed O'Neill. I'm here with my co-stars from Modern Family, Julie Bowen, Sofia Vergara, Ty Burrell, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, and Eric Stonestreet. Now we're going to ask each other some questions that you've submitted and some questions that are outside the box.
Is your parenting style, Julie, similar to your character, apostrophe S, Claire?
Well, seeing as my children are very young, and I would feel rather awkward breastfeeding my TV children.
But you would do it.
I would do if I had to. If I had to do it, I would do it.
I know you'd give it up.
I would definitely do it. Yeah, I mean, I like to color code. I like to organize my kids' lives to a painful point where they will resent me later and will definitely lead to therapy. But, and that's what I do sort of on the show. So yeah, you know, I'm pretty controlling. I'm kind of difficult as a mother.
That's what moms are supposed to do.
Essentially, I make life a living hell for the people in the house with me. So yeah, I'm gonna go with yes. So yes, my answer is yes. My answer is yes. Anyone can ask this.
Worst family gathering story. Worst family gathering story.
I cannot tell my stories on TV or on the internet.
Yes, you can. Yes, you
Yet
can.
we want you to.
I cannot. You tell a story.
I don't know if I have a worst one,
family?
though. I have a really boring family, so like we just do things very normally.
I have,
We
a
sort of sit in silence.
I have a worst family photo, which was a family gathering, which there was a flood in Ashland, Oregon, where I'm from, for 3 days. But my mom had put the deposit down on a family photo, and we hadn't showered in 80-some hours. And this led to a kind of a boiling anger amongst everybody. And the photo that's still up on the wall today is just goopy people who just collected themselves and their simmering rage just long enough to have a photo. So it's like dripping, like, you know.
That's awesome.
Well, I have one to say. I mean, I don't know if it applies. It does, I guess. But we had a Thanksgiving, you know, that everybody gets together, family, and I have 4 siblings, and my mother had 3 other sisters, and so all of their children. Anyway, my mother was the worst cook in the tri-state area, and it would always be at someone else's home. But this one year, she said, "Oh, it's a turkey, for God's sake, you know." So everyone's starving, and it's a 21-pounder, you know, because it's a lot of people. Comes out, my uncle is going to carve it. He's in the meat business, and he starts to cut into the bird, and he says, "My God!" And he looks inside, and she had left the plastic package
Of
with
giblets.
the giblets in the bird.
Giblets. Oh, gross.
So that was a family gathering that sort of went south. Yeah.
Forgettable.
50% of AOL television viewers said they consider their family to be friends as well. What about you?
And enemies too. Latin people, I mean,
It's the Colombian way.
Yeah, every time we have a family gathering, it starts people happy, then everybody's drunk and they fight.
Is there any knife play?
But it's fun, it's all good. And yeah, of course,
fun.
family is friends.
Sure.
Yes.
Ooh, okay, this is me. What would Al Bundy be doing today? Oh, I want to know that too, actually.
He'd be dead. I don't think he'd probably be a suicide and be long dead.
Yeah.
So, I have no idea.
Sitcom ends in tragedy.
I think, you know, we did have an idea for the last show. There was never a last episode. You know, we did 265 shows. And our last season, which turned out to be our last season, you know, at the end of the season, they didn't tell us. They canceled it in the off season. So I went to, you know, one of the executives over there, whose name I won't mention, and said, "Look, let's do a final episode. I can get the 2 original guys in who created the show." Great idea. Well, they never did, but they were going to have something like they won the lottery. The family wins the lottery.
That's like what they did on Roseanne, right?
Is that how they ended it?
Yeah, they like won the lottery, and like the whole last season they were living in like the lap of luxury.
Well, this one, it was different in that they win the lottery, and then as they're celebrating, a rogue tornado comes down and blows the house up to like the Wizard of Oz, and they go off and they're dead, you know. So
this is a good one. Worst audition you've ever had.
Okay, I have to tell one real quick, and it's a short one. I was auditioning for Spawn, like 5, or something like that.
A classic.
Classic movie, Spawn 4. And I was playing a scientist that got killed by the alien in the end. And so there wasn't a lot of dialogue, but I had to act out my own death scene. And so I'm like getting strangled in the room like by nobody, and the casting director's just sitting there watching. And then I get shoved up against the wall, and I'm like, and I just fall down. And as I'm falling down, the lights are fading in the room, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I realized I was on the dimmer, and I was fading my own lights down in the audition. And I was
thought
like,
it was like masterful.
yeah, I was like, wow, this guy.
I think this could be best audition
Magical.
ever.
Great.
That's
It
amazing.
was so awkward and uncomfortable, and it was with one of the. Oh, never mind.
Behind the scenes, which cast member is the most maternal or slash paternal?
Thank you for that question, Megan. Yeah, I think just because Julie was 8.5 months pregnant with twins when we were shooting, she was probably the most maternal. Is that
was
weird that
exuding
I'm?
mother
You don't
mother
think I'm
hormones?
maternal?
No.
No,
God,
no, because even
You're
I mean
so-
Jesse, I want
You're
to have
so
sex
genius.
with
I'm
you.
not
This
just
is not.
sexy.
Seriously.
It's not
No,
about
there's a brain there, and you are, I'm sure, a great
Very-
mother. I don't want to see it.
Very
I
maternal.
can't associate. I can't think of you as a mother figure, Sophia.
Okay,
I'm
it's
sorry.
okay. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry. Julie, however,
I am frumpier, and I think what he's trying to say is I am not so sexy.
Yes,
And there-
you
What was
are
it?
sexy.
What was it you asked Sophia when we were shooting in the living room? It was the most hilarious question.
Does she get a lot of roles requiring her to wear high-necked cable knit sweaters? The answer was a resounding no.
No.
No, I don't.
No.
No.
There are a lot of like Irish women waiting for their husbands to come home on the sea.
Yes, a lot of no.
Not a lot of Arctic movies where you wear
No.
big coats,
Heavy set.
no pants.
Yes.
No. You've been on a lot of great TV shows.
I have.
What is the secret recipe to a successful show, Julie?
Well, Sofia.
It's palpable.
Yuli. I'm going to have to say, make sure that number one on the call sheet's really, really good, and then just ride their coattails. So, again, Ed, here we go.
You know the nicest
counting on
thing.
you.
The nicest thing about being number one on the call sheet is that you don't have to worry about the who's number one on the call sheet because you're it.
That is true. Wow.
do you want me to hit you?
Yes, it's me. Thank you to my fellow castmates, and thank you for watching and sending in all of your questions. And please be sure to check out Modern Family on ABC.
Please watch.
Please.
See?
It's my first one.